Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another Plan With Me video for the month of October. I know I say this every month, but I can't believe how fast the year is flying by and we're already at October, and there's just a few more months left before we start the year 2020. So before I begin, I want to apologize for my voice. I have been sick for a while and my voice is still not better, so I just wanted to apologize before beginning. For this month's theme, I decided to go with the Harry Potter theme. I've been planning this theme for so long, like literally ever since I started journaling. I wanted to make a Harry Potter theme, and for some reason I reserved it specifically for the month of October. So here we go. Starting out, I am doing the cover spread, and like always, starting with the quote, I chose my favorite quote from the Harry Potter series, which is, "It does not do well to dwell on dreams," which is said by Albus Dumbledore. It's a very simple page, actually not too fancy. I googled the Harry Potter font and added a parchment paper below the word dream. I decided to add footsteps in reference to the Marauders map, which are leading to the cover page. For the cover page, I decided to do a small parchment paper with a small parchment roll thingy. I don't know what it's called. And on it, I wrote the word October. I also wrote, "I solemnly swear I'm up to no good" on the similar torn parchment paper thing at the bottom right. I then continued the footsteps of the Marauders map to the quote page so that it all looks tied up, and I made the calendar in the middle. I then went in to color inside the parchment paper. It gave the perfect parchment paper effect, and the colors that I'm using, I'll put them on the screen. If you guys are interested, you guys can see the exact shade. I'm using the Sakura koi markers if you guys want to know. For my calendar spread, I decided to do something a little bit different. I usually go with a 2-page spread for calendars, but this time I decided to shrink it and see how that goes for me. Again, I made a parchment paper to make the entire calendar, and using the Harry Potter font, I wrote October on top, and I numbered the entire calendar, and I wrote the days of the week below it. I decided to make the growth tracker that I always do on the right side of my calendar, but this time, since I had space below, I decided to make small flying envelopes, and I wrote my YouTube and Insta tracker over there. I think it actually looks really cute and very Harry Potter-esque. So for the other page, I decided to make one single envelope with a scroll coming out of it, which has notes and events, because I know that a small calendar will not be able to include a lot of details. So if there's anything special that's going on in my month, I can write it under events, and any notes that I want to make, I can write it under notes. For my mood tracker, I decided to do potion bottles. I saw a lot of references for potion bottles sitting inside shelves, and I didn't want to do something that plain. I wanted something a little bit more magical and mystical, so I decided to make them flying about here and there, and I made 31 bottles so it can match to each day. And I made a small color key at the bottom for an indicator of what color will correspond to which mood. They are these small little flasks, and I decided to choose red, blue, green, and yellow because of the house colors of Hogwarts, and for each day I can fill in one potion bottle according to my mood. Moving on to the next page, it's my habit tracker as always, and for the habit tracker I decided to go with the envelope and letter thing, and it is inspired by the scene where Harry is trying to catch all the flying letters in book 1. I also got a lot of inspiration for all of these spreads from Pinterest, and they will be listed down below in the description, so if you're interested you can check them out. So for each parchment page I decided to make a small calendar, and on top I decided to write what habit I want to track, and for decoration purposes I decided to add a few unopened envelopes behind the letters, and because I had some space at the bottom I decided to add a small wand. I made 4-point stars all around the spread so it looks a bit more magical, and I went on with the same colors that I am using throughout the entire theme. You can see there are minimal colors in this entire month, and I think that's good because it's keeping the whole theme cohesive and very Harry Potter-esque. For the next page, I decided to add a fun element, and I went in and added my Hogwarts profile. I'm actually a Ravenclaw, which I found out through the Pottermore website. In case if you don't know your Hogwarts house, you can go there to find it out. I also found out the specifications of my wand and my Patronus from the same website. So this is just me adding my description for my wand and my Patronus, and I also added in my date of birth, and for decoration purposes I added a sorting hat on the bottom right. I added some colors in the wand and Patronus as well as the sorting hat. So beside this, I wanted to add a Gringotts page, and my idea was basically to make a howler because, you know, receiving howlers is an expression of anger, and that's actually the expression of my bank account each month. So I decided to add a few elements that would indicate that it's a howler, like the teeth and the ribbon tongue, and I decided to add a few lines with a gray liner so that I can add in my expenses easily. So like normal expense trackers, I have a date, a description, and a debit and credit section. You can obviously choose to add a plus or minus, but I wanted to be a little extra, so I wrote debit and credit instead. So my next spread is a brain dump page. A lot of people are confused at what a brain dump page is, and these spreads are basically a space for you where you can add anything that's going on in your life or in your mind, and it doesn't have to have any rules or regulations. It's just a space where you can spew out all your ideas or write about what's going on in your life, and it's just helpful if you have a hectic schedule. Besides that, I have my gratitude list, and for that I decided to make a scroll opening. And because I felt like the page was a bit empty, I decided to make a few floating candles, and I wrote a quote below which says, "Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light." Apparently, for some reason, I really like the quotes by Dumbledore, and I've literally put them wherever I've gotten the chance. So for my weekly spread, I again went back to the entire idea of open letters and the whole scene from Harry when he's trying to catch his letter. So I decided to do that for week 1 and week 2. And for the very first time in my life, I think that I might switch it up for week 3 and week 4, where I might go for a Marauders map style. I don't have anything planned out yet, but if you're interested in seeing what I end up doing, follow me on Instagram. I am STA and I will definitely be posting a small snippet of a video where I will be trying out what I will be doing with week 3 and week 4. So don't forget to catch me there. So for the rest of the spread, I ended up doing the same thing, coloring in with the same parchment colors and adding a seal stamp, and that's pretty much it. I actually really enjoyed making this month's spread so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I'm a huge fan of Harry Potter books and the movies, and I would love to know if you guys are as obsessed as me. And I think it's safe to say that this is one of my favorite bullet journal spreads that I've done so far. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and before we move on to the flip through, I just want to thank you guys for supporting me and watching my videos. I recently hit 300 subscribers and I'm literally overwhelmed because I did not expect 300 people to know my existence and watch my videos. I know when we're comparing, an amount like 300 seems really small, but if you imagine yourself standing in front of 300 people, it's a huge deal. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I will try to do even better with my videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I certainly did, and I, for the first time in my life, cannot decide which is my favorite spread because I literally love this entire theme so much, and I'm so excited that this video is finally up because I've been itching to put it up as soon as I recorded it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments down below which your favorite spread was, and if you guys ever do decide to recreate this, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. I am SanaRZB, and I would be so honored if you guys recreate this theme. Do like this video if you enjoyed it and share it with your Potterhead friends. Please do take very good care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!